So, if you were a ghost, what would be your style of haunting, your signature?
If I was a ghost, what would be my style of hunting? Probably something sexual. Pulling dicks.
Oh my God, yes.
He act
Can
up, I'm
I?
gonna pull your dick off.
Today on Kesha and the Creepies, we are blessed with the presence of the Queen Diva, Miss Big Freedia. How are you, honey?
I'm good. You already know. I miss you, boo. How you doing?
I miss you too. We were just talking about how we were supposed to be spending this whole past year making people dance their tits off.
That's right. For real.
And it couldn't have been the more opposite.
The whole body. Like, for real. Just wear them out. We were going to wear them out on tour, honey.
I am super curious, just in reading so much about New Orleans. There's so many parts about New Orleans that seem very conducive to being creepy or spooky or supernatural. It feels like a very witchy, like a magic witchy city.
Yeah. There's lots of talk of voodoo here. I have a friend who's a voodoo priest, and he reads me sometime. But usually, when I go get a reading, it's about just a life reading and energies and stuff like that. I don't, he don't usually be playing with no like witching spells and stuff like that, or no hex to kind of, get nobody or nothing like that. But, there is hearsay that there's some voodoo, the dark side of the voodoo going on as well here in New Orleans. But I keep it on the light side if I go get a reading.
That's good, because I saw on, you have like is it like a reality show? I found clips on YouTube of you talking about going to your voodoo priest.
Yes, that's him.
And so there is like a dark and a light. So it's just like anything. Like you can pick the light, positive side. Voodoo is not just a dark kind of. It's not a dark thing always.
No, they have people who practice the good, kind of good voodoo, and they have people, of course, who practice the bad voodoo. So just like anything in life, you got the good and the bad, and I definitely want to stay with the good, though. Especially when it comes to something like that. I don't want to be having spirits and stuff come and talk to me and touch me and freak me out. I watch a lot of movies dealing with, the weird and the unnormal, I would say. But I definitely don't want to have to experience any of that. So I definitely keep it on the light side.
Do you believe in the supernatural?
I mean, to a sense, I feel there is another power that bees. But not to experience it and to actually see it. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing where it's just always that thought in the back of your mind. Is it real? Is it not? So I really haven't had any experience to really even think that far of, man, is this really real or not? But at some point in my mind, I do think that there is a other side. You know what I'm saying? That people have to deal with spirits. It just probably depends on who it comes to and the people that deals with that type of energy and stuff. But that's not my world.
I was reading about Queen Marie Laveau, and I was so taken by her story. Do you know about her?
I've heard of her.
Like the Queen of Voodoo in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she just sounded like a wonderful person. She helped feed people that couldn't afford to buy food. She clothed kids on the streets. And just in like reading about New Orleans, it's made me want to dive deeper into what voodoo is, because I think when I first hear about it, I'm from Nashville and then I live in LA. It's a removed thing from my culture that I lived through, but it seems like a really interesting, and she seemed like a beautiful person, but it seems like a really interesting religion.
Well, I mean, I think that, in life, certain people have certain positions that they fill. And I think she did a great thing for New Orleans just in the community. That's just like Divine Prince. He helped a lot of people. He's always in tune to the community and trying to help people to, go in the right direction or steer their life in the right direction. That's why he's always doing readings. And I think that, she was another person that has that kind of same path where you're helping the community and helping people to kind of, fix something in their life that they, can fix before it becomes something else. When I went to see the Voodoo priest, and you saw that I was probably crying on the show, he had told me that he had saw death on my brother and that he needs to fix some things before it's too late. I told my brother, and he still wasn't fixing the things that he needed to fix. And not long after me and the Voodoo priest spoke, my brother was killed. And so
I'm so sorry. I saw that.
Thank you. But I'm just saying that people can feel some things and know some things and have a connection with a spirit and be able to tell you things to kind of help you down the line. And you should, sometimes take advice and listen. And I'll pre-warn my brother. I tried to save him and did everything in my power. And he just wouldn't listen. And things happen. So, spirits do play their part. I listen to the Holy Spirit all the time and try to let it guide me in the right direction and keep me on the right path.
If you had a cult, what would be the dress code?
If I had a cult, what would be the dress code? Probably something dealing with booty shorts, some ass shorts. Where you just a little two cheeks are out. You got full shorts on, but just a little two cheeks, like two little circles on the back. My coat will be very much dealing with lots of ass shaking.
I love that. That is your, at least your stage cult and family and people that come to the shows. Like, when I met you on that cruise ship, it was the most ass heavy place I've ever been. Everybody, as soon as you got up on stage, everyone took their ass out. It was
that's how it's supposed to be.
It was like Big Freedia's on. Take your ass out.
Yeah, the power of the ass. It brings people together,
That is the most beautiful way to end a podcast. And you should make that into a t-shirt.
Okay, yeah, I will.
It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on here and just shooting the shit with me.
Love you, baby.
Love you, girl. Okay, I'll see you hopefully very soon.
Yes, you will. Girl
Stay
down.
well, honey.
All right, creepies.
All right, creepies. Bye. To hear the entire podcast, listen and follow Kesha and the Creepies on iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.